Hi, I'm Mart Camoccio, Mart TV, and we're going to show you today an interesting little rifle that's causing quite a stir at the moment, and that's the Walther Rain M2. Now, I didn't test the original Rain when it came out, but I saw this sort of new, slightly shorter version and a revised version up at the British Shooting Show earlier in the year. Now, what makes it different from the original one is the original version had a shrouded barrel and a knurled cap. They've dispensed with that and they've put on this rather neat barrel diffuser, which is threads off, and you can stick a silencer on there, so that makes it all quite neat. Now, the negative I should just mention at the start is that it does, because it's a very short barrel and the way they've configured it, your lead hand can be very near that muzzle, which is always a concern. So I would just say put a silencer on there and you'll significantly reduce the muzzle report, and also you'll instantly make it much safer up front. So I've just got to say that. Otherwise, what we're looking at here is a very neat bullpup configuration. So the actions come right back. You can see the breeches there, so the action's going to be about there. It's all brought right back in. You've got a full synthetic stock, including thumb hole, all part of the configuration, which is very comfortable. You've got a sort of nice swell of the fore end there, which is incredibly comfortable in the aim. And what makes this as unusual is it's actually a buddy bottle fed rifle, and your buddy bottle is concealed in there, so of course you're not seeing it, and also you haven't got to grip a cold bottle on a winter's day, and instead you've got a really tactile bit of stock up front, which is a very neat design. The negative side is that this stock, you've got to take the whole side of the stock off, which involves quite a lot of screws to adjust the trigger, but we'll show you that. Beautiful little rifle, but it's irritating to say the least, the fact that you've got to take out 16 different screws with the special Allen key provided in order to take off the whole side. It's all in the instructions, but all the marked screws, tiny little screws, there's 16 of them. Remove those, which I've done here. Then you remove the screw on the side lever, and then that, once you've taken the top screw out, the side lever will just pull out. So put that to one side, and now you can cock the action. That makes it easier. And then you can just lift off the whole side panel, and you see you had to take the lever off because obviously that makes it really awkward otherwise. Lift that out, and now you can see, this is an interesting exercise here, because you can see firstly the workings of the remote trigger that they've done to, because it's obviously the bullpup action, but also you can see the buddy bottle which is inside. Now obviously on a conventional buddy bottle gun you're gripping that buddy bottle, we said already, but with this you've got the comfort of the nice synthetic stock. So it's a clever move from Umarex, and it's all nicely made, but the fact that you've got to take 16 screws out is very laborious. But of course you're adjusting the trigger, remember, and that's something you do and then you probably wouldn't do for a long while after that. Working back to see the features, so you can see your extended rail here, Picatinny style, sort of intermount size style rail to get a higher sight line. You get a nice perfectly positioned manometer. Now instead of the front of the cylinder, which is a bit dangerous again, you got it there. Right by there you've got a very neat little synthetic plug, and that is actually your filling valve, so you get a probe style filler when you get the gun. Insert that, fill up the system, and when you've finished, put back that neat plug, always put that back, and it will stop dirt getting into the PCP system. Now moving back, you've got a slick side lever action multi-shot system, and obviously what you do is you'll easily cock that. That's really smooth, very little effort, and then you've got a synthetic magazines. We'll show you how to fill that in a minute as well. And the part of the neat design with this is that it's ambidextrous, and so you can reverse the position of the side lever. So if you look on the other side, you can see where you take these out, and the side lever can quite easily be put onto the other side. But also, in keeping with that, the magazine is usable from both sides, so you can snap it in there, or you can just take it out. I'll just quickly show you. and snap it in from that side. That's really clever and rarely done by the manufacturers, but that's pretty neat. Obviously I'm right-handed, so it makes sense to come in from that side. What makes this sort of sets it apart from a lot of the mags on the market is there's no pre-tensioning involved, which you normally have to do. With this, you literally, so I'm not pre-tensioning anything at the moment. All you do is drop a pellet into the first slot and then keep twisting and filling the empty chambers. Now this is 2.2 caliber, my test gun. So I'll keep going here. So this one is basically you get a 10 shot mag with 177. You get 11 shots, which this is with 2.2, and then it's 9 with if you go for the 2.5 caliber. Make sure they're going nice and flush. So obviously it's going to rotate, but once you've got it in there and the chamber's twisting, you should be fine. But make sure they're going in. If you're gonna, with any mag, if you use extra long pellets or pointed pellets, I wouldn't recommend them because they're not. It's not going to rotate. Conventional dome-headed, they're normally the best quality, and they are also very mag friendly as such. But yeah, so now we're all ready to go. So as I mentioned with this, the up front here, it is a bit of a concern. So I would say, and it's a pretty noisy gun as it is, so I would say put that to one side. It's a nice little unit. Nonetheless, put any silencer on here. It's got the standard 1/2 inch UNF fitting, so you've got a massive range of silencers from which to choose on in the aftermarket. I've just screwed that on, and it's, as I say, it's not overly extended the system, so it's pretty good, and it's instantly made it safe up front. I'd really recommend that. Now, one detail I haven't told you yet is the safety as well, and you've got a manual safety catch, cross bolt safety, and you can see it flags red along the side when it's live, ready to go, or you press it, depress it, and then you're safe. So I tend to leave it off, but you've got that, a manual safety, and it's exactly where you need it as well in use. Right, now let's see the system in action. So pull back the safety, the side lever. Very little effort to do that. Then I'll snap that mag in place. Just so you can do that from either side. There you go. So, and everything's nice and positive. You can feel that. There's no sort of half and half. Is it in or isn't it out? It's great. Close your lever, and we'll run some shots. Because they've got the lever in the right place, you can cycle it totally in the shoulder, totally in the aim. So there you go. I must say it's very, very slick. It all feels reliable. It's well made. It's obviously Umarex, made in Germany, and there's an air of class about these. But yeah, it's a very neat little model. So that's the Walther Rain M2.